Hello, greetings, this is Gilles Mansillon. If you are new to the channel, I'm here to speak about transcendental psychology, the law of one. It is about art, science and philosophy that address the spiritual aspect of life, the inner self. And so I hope you enjoy those messages. If you do, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. If I make more videos, you will be informed of those. I wanted to offer a guidance for today, following what the angels have to guide us with for today. For angels are divine beings of light. We are always surrounded by angels, although they are invisible. It is important to, if you can do that, to trust that they are invisible presence of beings that are assisting you. For if you hear voices, it is not, you're not becoming, what do you say, it's not schizophrenia. It is voices that are here to assist you, the sort of voices of your guides. We're gonna be opening up to clear sentience, to be able to hear this guidance, and then eventually we'll be able to hear far outside of this plane of reality. But it is important to learn to call on the masters, to call on Jesus Christ to help you, assist you. He will show you the path of love. He will not try to teach you anything else but what you need to learn. And it's true for any ascended masters, any galactic, any archangels. All those beings are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can always call on them, but be prepared for them to answer you whenever. If you're not ready for the answer, they'll wait for you to be ready. But if you're ready for an answer, you will see that as soon as you ask, you will get an answer. It goes. Everything has been accelerated. I also wanted to say that we have to reconcile, for there is the understanding from an astrological point of view, we have to reconcile the material and the spiritual, the material being the past, which is ruled by everything, the structure of the physical body is ruled by two planets, Pluto and Saturn, and all the spiritual side ruled by Neptune and Uranus. When the heart, the neutral part, is ruled by the Sun and Jupiter, which is the present. So, and in many sense, Chiron, the planet Chiron, is the bridge between the future and the past, healing the past in order to move into a new future. From the angels, we'll see what the highest wisdom for us today is love. Love is the glue of the cosmos. Everything is glued by love. All the atoms are within a frequency. Everything, the gravity of the universe is actually held by this force that is love. It is a transcendental energy. But then, if we ever experience love, even on a human level, we know it is a powerful force that can manifest in millions of ways. But love is really the essential of what we need to discover, to reconnect to that love, that connect, that unite, that enclose, that forgive, that shows the way. For love is the guide. The more we can experience love, the more the happier we are as well. For what we need to understand is the solution. What does this solution mean for you? What does it mean? What is your solution? Please leave me a comment if you know what is the solution. For we're not really looking for a collective solution. We are looking for a personal solution to find this place of stillness, of peace and harmony, and from there we'll be able to be called to higher function in mission of service. But in many sense, the solution is already there. It is just a matter of understanding what it takes to get there. Then what we need to do is protection. It's to understanding what we need to protect, that we are protected, we are guarded, for we have a guardian angels that's always here protecting us. And even no matter what is happening, we have to understand that, if for those who can accept that, is that all things come from a supreme creator, divine creator, which people call God. And that everything is part of this experience. For the flows that elevate us is God, but the flows that makes us go down is also God. For those forces were created. Those two forces are eternally in opposition. It is a yin and a yang. But in many sense, why God does that? Because it is the best way to educate soul, to build character, to force us into decision that will eventually lead us to create a personal connection to higher values of compassion, of truth, beauty, and goodness that will become personal standards, and will never deviate from that eventually. eventually we left the sphere of pure light that is divine of our origin to move into this impure and heavy world so that we can grow and learn and now we have to return to that sphere of light, the sphere of purity, to move back into the sphere of lucidity. As soon as our consciousness moves back to the sphere of lucidity, we have made it. The ascension is guaranteed. So it is a path. It is something that we need to go step by step. And the general message for us is doubt. For that is a dead center, but it's okay to doubt. But then you want to verify things. You want to know what works. As long as we stay in doubt, things are kept on hold. There is no decision being taken on either side. I would often recommend that it's better to make a wrong decision than to make no decision at all, because if you make a wrong decision, you will feel it and you will be able to adjust and make the right decision. When if you doubt, you may stay a very long time in front of a precipice and say, should I jump, should I not jump? But then you say eventually it becomes an illusion, because if you do not make a step, then the whole process becomes an illusion. So it is important to make a leap of faith and to be temperated, to have temperance, to not be excessive in things, to be light, to be as much as possible outside of judgment and self-judgment. From a physical standpoint, life is everything is a space within more space, within another space, within a space, a universe within universe within universes. For all is created like that, and everything is separated by time. As we move into the fifth dimension, we will resolve the puzzle of time and space, for time stops, and time ends, and space disappears. And we move into this crystalline reality. But then as soon as we choose to return in space unfold, time unfold eternally, and space become. So everything is, there is no need to worry about any of that. It is... So I also wanted to say that on the earth there is two great factions that are in opposition. Those are the power over and the power within. For the power within, I've discovered love and light. For those power over, do not know that yet. But it is a game that will be no longer played. Even those power over will have to make a concession to accept that we have to live together on this planet. If we destroy the planet, the game is over. So we'll have to work with all those, to everyone, if possible, and to understand that the game of fear and power is a lose-lose situation. Because in hierarchy, the way the system functions, there is a person that has the power that can dominate somebody who does not have power. So he who has the power is being trapped by greed, and he who has no power is being trapped by fear. And so it is a lose-lose situation. We want to move back into a win-win situation where we can include and assist others to the best of our ability. And so also I wanted to say that everything that we're looking for is actually held within our Akash, within our DNA. Our DNA is a magnificent polymer. It's a huge molecule, the field of mysteries, but all that we're seeking is already recorded. It's just a matter of opening the right code to access the information, and then the message reveals itself. For everything is already to become one with the river of light and flow through life, to allow life to unfold for us. And so understanding also that life is governed by rules, by law, and every dimension has this particular frequency, a spectrum of reality that is governed by certain law. So the more we ascend in our consciousness, we learn new laws, higher aspect of the law, and so the more we are able to ascend into the frequency, the more we are able to recognize ourselves as who we are in interdimension, the interdimensional being. We have become inside of us. We are truly omnicentric. We are sovereign. If we were not, we could not create this reality that is limited. For it is our own will that choose to participate in this limited reality. Because we knew that at the end of the program there would be the freedom and the liberation from from all struggle, and everything will be seen from the light of truth. And so in many sense, the great Master Jesus, the Creator Son, the great Sananda, who's a brother and friend, already said that at the end of your program you will come to have a banquet at my own table, and you will see, you will dine with all your worst enemies, and everything will be fine. You will realize the illusion aspect of the game. So it is good to let go of all kinds of old judgment in that relation. Also, what I'd say is the more we are able to align ourselves with the higher we are able to to reach on the law of one, the law of divinity, the more we are able to connect to a higher law, the higher our connection to the law, the faster the manifestation process. For if we are separated from the law, we are moving between dark and light all the time. The pendulum keeps swinging, but then we move into unity, and then we can use the vertical axis to ascend into a higher level of consciousness, and from there there is a greater flow. This painting behind me is from 2008, from the Neo-Metacosmic painting. It is kind of a mysterious painting. I called it, at first I called it Teachers of the Light, and then I called it Grand Portal. I'm not really sure, it looks like a thumb, but in many sense there's this great deal of amazing activity that's happening behind the black hole, and so there is this idea of mystery that, there's a great deal of mystery of what will happen, what's behind the veil, what's going on really, and those are the things we'll come to discover as we open our mind and become receptive to potential revelation from our soul and spirit. I hope you find this video interesting. I thank you for commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. I'm going to sing a little song. It's if you like to sing it along, it's quite a known song. It is a song about finding life, sharing life here and now as it is, and to find the love that connects the soul to make us free. For it is within the friendship and the idea of unconditional love for each other that will free the world, and this will happen. And it goes like this. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Ooh, 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 ooh. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of men. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Oh, 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 oh. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Well, I thank you very much. We have to understand that anything that there is nothing wrong about anything, but anything that separates us and prevents us from feeling the love, the joy, the sharing is actually hybris. It's getting too much, so that we want to remove all the conditioning and the programming, so that we can start enjoying life in its fullest aspect and potential. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.